Okay, today we want to talk how to create engaging presentation for your online classroom. So now you help me to go step by step. First of all, when you want to start your class, always you started with you jump and start the lesson. No, you always start with what?
Putting them in the context.
Warm up, huh? Or introduction. And warm up introduction. What's the aim of that warm up and introduction?
To break the ice.
To break the ice, boost the energy, no matter what level your students are, what age group. Like this is what this is one of my warm up for one of any classes. Adults, even teenagers. How many words can you make from the letters in mobile phones? MOBILEPHONES. You can use some of them, not all the letters, some of the letters. Come on, go ahead. You have only 30 seconds. Tell me.
Phone.
Own, very good.
Mob.
Bile.
Very good.
Sun.
Yes. Sun, yeah, sun. Right.
Bin.
Cup.
Bin.
Bin.
Lie.
Lie, right. Perfect. So see, this is one of the way. Okay, bones, mold, mile, oil, hand, pen, man. See, let's see how fast they are. That's the thing. That's one way. Just you break the ice and they get excited. They say, they think that's the base of all. Basically, warm up means, as Michelle said, break the ice, and students just start to concentrate on their class. So when you want to write your lesson plan, always think about warm up at the very beginning. And I want to give you an advice that it's good to be like something different and fun, that they like it. So it gives a good feeling to the class, right? They went, wow, that's nice. We have fun and they like it. Okay, let's talking about learning environment in your online classes. Synchronous and asynchronous. Do you have any ideas? Have you heard about it? Synchronous and asynchronous
Yeah.
environment?
So I think asynchronous is when you're not necessarily attending it while it's being live. You watch the recording of it. And then synchronous is when you're actively engaging with the professor and with the students, like we're doing right now. This is a synchronous class.
That's true. You have another option in your online classes. Sometimes you want to record something and students have a chance to listen to it or do any kind of projects or activities based on their time zone or pace of time. So you just record it and email it or upload it on the site. So different students, at a different timeline, they can go and do that activity or listen to it. That is asynchronous, which is very helpful, Like your Canvas. You have all the material, you can watch the video, but you can do it whenever you have time. Synchronous is right now. So the teacher and the students are in the class at the same time. So you have two learning environment in your online classes. And we're going to talk about flipped classroom, collaborative projects and platforms and different educational sites in a couple of minutes. One thing which is very important, that no matter you teach in person or online, we should remember our students have different learning styles. Some of them are visual, auditory, they are kinesthetic, they want physical activities like games. Some likes to talk a lot. Some of them needs thinking time. They have to think and they need to individually focus on the lesson. So when you plan for your class, just consider all of them, even in your online classes that are going to show you how it works. When you want to start a course online, I think it's one of your assignment is design a course for your online class, a MOOC. Yes, it's one of your assignment. So when you want to design a course online, you need some equipment. Number one is laptop or computer. Definitely everybody should, all the people who participate in class, either laptop or desktop, not on cell phone. Why? Because the cell phone, it's too small, the screen is too small. They need to have a bigger, like a screen, and then and they have the ability to share the screen, so not on the cell phone, laptop or desktop. Number two, they need headset and microphone. So your students can hear you well and you can hear. If they want to talk to you all the time, so that they have to speak up and no background noises. So it's much better they have headset. Teacher, definitely they need a headset and mic. Stable internet connection. That is very important, and the platform. Nowadays, we have lots of different platforms that we're going to talk about it soon. And you need whiteboard, virtual whiteboard, but whiteboard that you can have access to your students as well. So sometimes you want to type or draw something on the whiteboard and you can give access to the other students in the class, and they have an access to share their project or assignment. You need flashcards, like, let me see. For classes, for children classes, puppets like this, right? Because your camera is on. And even real objects when you want to teach some of the words, you need the real objects and you can show it, or you can share your PowerPoint and show the pictures. So that's good for visual ones. You prepare audios, music, or different audios for auditory, and you can share worksheets online and put your students in breakouts. So even Zoom, they have this ability too, and the platforms that you can put the students in pairs of 2 or 3, or depends on you want them, and depends on the numbers of the students in the class, in different rooms. And they can have group work or pair work together. And the teacher can choose the breakout, for example, breakouts A, B, C, D. You click on A and you can listen to the breakout, the room for students who are in breakout A, and then B and C and D. So you can go to different rooms that you create and the students are working, and listen to them and monitor them. It's like pair working and group working. You need one session at the very beginning of the course to talk about the platform and introduce what facilities they have in the platform, like the chat box, and ask your students, okay, now type something to me, and then see how can I type back, or how can they choose different colors? How can they raise hands? And here is a video, how the video works. Or this is a whiteboard, how the interactive whiteboard works. And then give access to each one of them and say, now I want you to draw a line. So basically they get familiar with the different parts of the platform and they know how to use it. before starting the course, because the students need to actually trust, and they get the self-confidence that, oh, I can use this platform. Sometimes some of the students, they have difficulties using technology. So maybe for children, you can ask their parents to help them at the beginning, or maybe for you have some senior students, so you need to put individual sessions for with each, and then explain it little by little until they learn. I mean, in one session individually. The important point is nowadays, actually, after COVID, I can tell you more than 80% of people, they know how to use technology. I mean, at least they can click on something and get inside the class. And basically now platforms are very easy, easy to get connected. And it's very friendly. It's not that complicated anymore. I haven't heard, it's a while, I haven't heard from any teachers that they say, oh, we have difficulties of for like working online because of the technology things, or even internet connections. Nowadays it's much, much better comparing to that COVID time. How many years has passed? 10? When was COVID, guys?
2019.
2019? Oh,
It's COVID-19.
yeah, it has changed a lot. Was it 2019 or 2016?
2020.
2019. It was
Oh,
the breakout
2019?
starts in 2019, and it was 19 and 20. 2020 and
Oh, okay.
2019 were affected. Yeah.
So it's only like 5 years or just beginning 6 years, but it has changed a lot. It has changed a lot. Now it is much easier. It's much easier. We talk about synchronous and asynchronous. So synchronous at the same time, asynchronous, you can upload everything and your students can check it based on the time guide that they have, like your Canvas that, I mean, right now your modules, you're checking on Canvas. When you want to plan for your class, setting clear learning goals, terminal objective, enabling objective. So clear purpose for the course and for the session. When you want to do your MOOC assignment, so you have to mention what's the course aim, and then you have to write one lesson plan for one session. And this session, you're working on what? What's the terminal objective and enabling objective? Then you go through the process and planning and good management, how you manage the class. What platform do you use? Okay, how can you check your students? Are there breakout rooms in the platform? So when you write your lesson plan, you have to mention it. I put the students in different breakouts and then monitor them. And the instructions should be very clear. Then what material do you use? Like, one important thing, let me see if I have it here. Gestures, and I use, yeah, there you go. So I have these emojis when students make mistakes over and over and said, this is me now. I show it to them. This is me. I got the fever. You know, or I have another one like, oh, there's another one. Smiley face means good job. For children, you can ask them to make like three, either images or they put three colors: green, yellow, red. So when you ask them any questions, if they show you red, it means that they have problem in understanding. And I say, oh, okay, then you check with them. Or when something is very difficult, they show you red color. Yellow means they don't know. They're not sure that they learn it or not. Green means everything is perfect. So even you can use different emojis or different color. If they cannot do an activity, this works for children a lot. I mean, you can use it for children. And if they have some problems in doing activity, they show red color. So it means, oh, I have problems. And you can go and check in the breakouts, or even they said, okay, I let the other students do the activity, and you open a breakout for you and that students with the red color and explain it again. So the colors works too in class management. And building rapport. How can you build up rapport in your online classes? Number one is just ask them to turn on their webcam so we can see them. And then give time in the first session, give time to each one of them to talk about their favorite. Talk about their interests. Ask them what do they do in their free time. And take notes to know them better. Of course, you need to share something with them too, like when you talk, but it's not just asking, because they will need to trust you too. So we say, oh, my favorite dessert is ice cream too. I like cheesecake a lot. Red is my favorite color too. And in my free time, I usually go to the pool or I go to the gym. I like walking a lot. You share something too. Or who is your favorite singer, or what genre of movie do you like, or who's your favorite actor? Then depends on the level of the class, and ask them. So when you want to prepare the activities, consider their favorite and interests. And always smile. Always look through the camera. Don't look around when you're talking to them. Just always look through the camera. And you need to teach them if they want to ask you something, or if they want to say something, they click on raising hands and give them time. Don't interrupt them. Just be silent until they say, okay, it's done or it's finished. And while you're looking at them, your gestures, facial impression is very important. Smile. Take notes. Then later you refer to your notes, and just be very friendly with them. As teacher in online classes, in all classes, especially in online classes, it's teacher who brings energy to the class. So if you're on a high tone, you bring energy to the class, your students become motivated and enthusiastic as well. If you're low, they're going to be low too. Okay? So when you want to write your lesson plan, number one, how I will introduce the lesson. So first you have your warm-up. Then you want to start the lesson. How will you introduce the activity? What's your instruction? How do you put your students in the context? What is the very first activity? Do you need any visual aids? So you have to look for it. And how much time will you give students to that activity? Definitely you need to write. You cannot put fixed time, but you have an idea how much time you will give to students to that activity. And it should be logical, approachable. And then how will you wrap up? How will you wrap up? How will you check with your students? You don't want your students get bored. So think about games, fun activities. For children, even adolescents, lower levels, younger adolescents. Think about moving activities. Like in your children classes, you can ask them, okay, I want everybody stands up and raise your hands, okay? Or I want you to clap together. So they have to do something, move up activity. You can say, okay, can you go and bring your favorite doll and show it to me? So they run, they go and bring their favorite doll. So very good. So let's talk about your doll. Okay. So they start to talk about their doll. If you want to talk, if the lesson is about different activities, you can say, I'll give you 30 seconds. Go and look outside through a window and come back and tell me what's going on outside. So they go and they come back and say, I can see this and that. They need to do some kind of move up activities or singing together. Let's jump up and down and sing together. It's very hard for them to sit more than 15 minutes. It's very hard. They have to do something. So think about that for your online classes. What kind of move up activities you will give to the students? What interactions do you have in your classes? Either it is teacher-student, like directly you ask questions from them. Student, putting them in breakouts and they work together. And you can use audio, videos, pictures. Or you can put different groups and they need to do some kind of activities or projects. So either it is teacher-student, pair working students, or group all together. It's not in your in-person classes that you can talk to the whole class. Because if everybody talks at the same time, you cannot understand what they're saying. Pictures helps a lot for all age groups, for all levels. You need to make PowerPoint full of pictures. It's more understandable and it makes interactions in the class. You need PowerPoint. Definitely. Even for your presentation, that you're going to have presentation for the course, you need to prepare PowerPoint. It's more understandable. Just imagine, I come to the class and I start talking to you for like 90 minutes, or I show you different pictures, videos, or, different texts. How different it is? Big different, right? So you need to make PowerPoint. If it's the first time and you don't have any ideas how to make PowerPoint, it's very easy. You can just search on YouTube how to make PowerPoint, and there are 100 videos. Nowadays, by using AI, it's easier too. If you like, you can use YouTube as well. Okay. You know your students, right? You know your students, and you have to prepare material for the level. Then you want to ask them to read kind of storybooks. But in the storybooks or in the reading, there are some ideas, or it's talking about some cities, like it's talking about Tokyo. And you say, I'm not very sure if my students know about Tokyo. So we can flip material before students come to the class. So I've received a message. Yes, Canva is very pretty good. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for the message. Because it just shows me, I cannot see the messages, so it shows me I have to click it to open it. Thank you, though. So, what is flip? Flipping means either your students, before coming to the class, they need to read something, study something, or be prepared so you can email it to them, or you upload it in a different, like Canva or Canvas, or like Adobe Connect or Big Blue Button or Zoom. Maybe you have a link with your students, or even you can email it to them. So you ask the student to watch this video before coming to the class, or to read this text before coming to the class. I want everybody thinks about this topic before coming to the class. So students get prepared when they get to the class. When they come to the class, they are prepared to participate in the activities, right? Or even after the class, when the class is finished, and so based on what you studied in the class, I want you to prepare this activity for the next session. So flipping means either it could be before the class to help students prepare to come, or after the class. So it's like a connections between school and home. This is another advantage of online classes. When you are in contact with your students via email or platforms, so always they have access to the teacher, and teacher always are in connect with the students. But if it's only in-person class, they come to the class like 2 or 3 times a week, or maybe every morning, and then when they go, you don't see them until the next session. So this is another advantage of having online classes. Even nowadays, hybrid classes are very common too. So they have some online sessions and some in-person sessions. Nowadays, by using AI, it's much easier to prepare material because it's a very powerful tool. There's a difference. AI is a powerful tool in your hands. Teacher is the person who plans for the class. You know your students, you know what you're looking for, and you know what you need to teach them. You cannot ask AI to make plans for you, because AI is a tool. AI is not a controller. AI is a strong tool. I remember like 10 years ago, it took like 4 or 5 hours to write a lesson plan, because we need to prepare everything by yourself. You know, I need to draw something, I need to cut, I need to make, so I needed to do everything by myself. So I remember in the institute that I used to work, so we have a bank of material. Different teachers made different like picture where they found pictures, they draw pictures, they different teaching aids, and we had a bank, and everybody can use it. I mean, all the teachers can use it. But nowadays, AI is a very strong tool. I can make video like in 5 minutes, but I am the one who gives the order, So this is very important. Don't ask AI to plan for you. No, use AI as a tool. So you need to know your students. You need to know what you're planning for, what you want to do, then ask AI to make it for you. So I said, just make these are some examples for making your class fun. City guide apps, children, even adults and everybody likes it. So when they want to talk about the like city and city life and what can they do in the city, if your students, all of them are from like Toronto, so everybody talks about Toronto. But if you ask them, I want you to find a city like in South Africa and tell the class, what can we do in that city, or talk about that city? What are tourist attractions? What about famous restaurants? What kind of food? So it's different. And you give time to them to go in there. Even you can put them in pairs to go and search and find. So this is opportunity for them to think in that target language. If it's in Spanish, they think in Spanish. If it's Arabic, if it's English, if it's French, it depends what you want to teach, right? So they think in the target language, they go for it because CT guys are in different languages. The app in different languages. So they go and think about it. You can make a list of the questions to help them out, what they are looking for. Then they come to the class and they present it. It could be a very nice activity for your conversation or a speaking session. Kahoot is another one. Guys, do you have, I remember Michelle said use it. What about you? Are you familiar with Kahoot?
Yes. Yeah.
Yes, Samantha, how do you use it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Oh, okay.
good.
Tell us, how do you use it in your classes?
It's like it's sort of a polling system, so you can have them essentially share what they think the answer is, and then you can show that on the screen. Like it's a survey tool. We use it at work. Yeah, so you can see how many people guessed this answer or that answer. What's your favorite destination? And you have 4 different answers, and you can see the popularity of the answer.
Thank you. And Michelle, I remember you said you use Kahoot too.
That's right. Yeah, I used it to create quizzes, like for our spelling bees. Those are fun too. So it's got lots of good visuals on there.
Yes, you can create it, and there are some different. I mean, there are some plans and activities actually that you can use it for free. You can make, like, even for your warm up. You can ask them some fun questions about matches. If they like different, like basketball match, you can ask some fun questions, or about the news nowadays. And you share the link, and you can see it on their cell phone. Then they can go and answer to it. The teacher can see the answer. In your online classes, you can share it online. And it's fun too. You can use it for quizzes. You can use it for practice time. So Kahoot is very useful. Then Bamboozle. Bamboozle is a site for grammar, English grammar, and they're games. So you can use Bamboozle in your online classes for practice time, and even for games and post-teaching activities at the end. Just check with your students if they have learned everything. Other sites for children is Scratch, as free games, animations that you can share online with your students. And even you can create it by yourself. I think for a while you can use it for free, then you have to pay. But for a while you can use it for free. This British Council, different videos, hundreds videos, hundreds of stories, and games, even worksheet for painting and making stories, and it's always free. It's always free. I like the stories a lot, and you can make different activities with that. TED Talk for higher levels. You can share the, like, flip, we talk about it, flip classrooms. So you can share the link with your students before coming to the class. This is for intermediate above, like level 10, 11, 12, even 9, 10, 11, 12. So depends on the topic. You can share it with your students, the link, and before coming to the class. You don't want to play 20 minutes long or 30 minutes in the class. You don't have time for it. So share it with your student, email it, or upload it to the site that they have access. They listen it at home, and then when they come to the class, you can have the discussion or any activities you prepare for this. These virtual whiteboard, Ziteboard, Limno, Groupboard, Twitterla, and Miro, they're all free. So you can use you need to download, or you need to have the link to access to this whiteboard. Then you share the link with your students, and even you can put some questions on the whiteboard, right? And you like this one. Okay, here, this is an example. And you share the link. So the other students can get on at their time. I mean, when they have time, because it's asynchronous, and they write notes for you over there. Later, you can go and check what the students have written for you. This is Myro. Google to TESOL consider from English. If you could briefly go over that after. Yes, I will. Okay. And then Google Classroom, which is very common nowadays. Even in most of the schools, they do have Google Classroom, so they can go and check their assignment. Zoom from COVID time is very popular. Big Blue Button, that's another popular platform. And Adobe Connect. Adobe Connect usually for universities, they use it. Willdice.com. This is one of the fun app that students really like it. So for your game, I mean, if you want to run a game in the class, you download this willdice.com, you download the dice, and you put different questions. It depends on the objective of the lesson. The student, you give access to the students, so when the students click on it, it goes round and round and round and a stop. So the students have to answer to the questions. This is fun too. I use it a lot in my classes. Lino is another one. You only need to subscribe. Linoit.com. So you only need subscribe, and then you have a page that you can share the link with your students. You can ask them. It's only, you cannot upload any videos or audios. You can put questions or activities, and when the students answer or put their notes, you can see their names and their notes. It's like a sticky notes. Okay. So the important thing is when they log in, when they click and log in, they need to put their real name. If they don't put their real name, you cannot see the names. You only see the sticky notes. Okay, so it's important to tell your students when they log in and they write their name on. And there are hundreds more. Okay, there are many sites nowadays. It's not like a COVID time. There are many sites, but these ones that I told you, they are very popular with the students and educational world. Thinking about homework. So whatever you teach your students, or whatever activities that you practice in the class, they need to practice at home as well. But we always think to make it nicer, that the students have the motivation to do the activity. Video recording. I remember once in the class, one of you, if I'm not mistaken, it was Michelle. Yeah, it said video recording students love so much. Yeah, how do you use it for you say you teach to 5 to 10? How do you use that for 5 to 10 years old, Michelle?
So some of the parents reluctantly or maybe willingly give iPads to the students, and then the students tote it around, usually has a big rubber sort of protector on it, and then you let them have some time to do the activity.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yes. I sometimes ask my students, I remember I ask my students when they go on their summer vacation or weekend. So I said, wherever you go, just make a short video and explain about your feeling. How do you like it? What's your expectation? So it depends on the aim of the class, right? Or aim of the lesson. So they video around, then we share it in our online classes, and it was fun. Even other students start asking them questions. So that was very fun. Yeah, video recording helps a lot. Even sometimes when they read a story and they don't want to type the summary, they say, I want to explain, can I explain it? And you say, yeah, this time you can explain it. Once they can explain it and they make your video for you, or once they have typed it and send it in their writing. So you can use video recording for different assignment and for different level. And even Edpuzzle. Do you have experience working with Edpuzzle? Edpuzzle is very easy to make videos. Very easy. It's so easy. So the students, they give the pictures that they like them, take some pictures. They give the pictures and give the app the order, how to make the video out of the picture. This is very easy, but actually, to tell you the truth, Canva or Copilot nowadays is easier than Edpuzzle. But Edpuzzle, even the schools, they use this. Another site for children is ESL Kids and ESL Games. ESL Kids and ESL Games. There are quizzes, videos, games. It's good to check it out because it gives you ideas, even worksheets. Pinterest. I think you are familiar with Pinterest. Pinterest also, any kinds of worksheet that you want for any levels, you can find it. So even if you don't want to use exactly the same, but you can get the ideas. For higher levels, Teach This. Fun and engaging ESL activities, games, again, worksheets, and it's downloadable for the teachers. You just need to log in for free. Teach This. It's most even games, but it's mostly on grammar points. Teach This also. Or quizzes. Quizzes also, you can find different quizzes on grammar points and somehow vocabularies. So before the lesson, before writing any lesson plans, on very first session, you need to get familiar with your students, their aim of the studies, their needs, and their interests, their what they like to do in their free times. Then you make your clear goals. What's your warm up? What's the fun activity? Something to boost the energy at the very beginning of the class. Then what's your lead in? Introduction part. How do you lead your students to the lesson and you put them in the context? Then set up activities. What about your instructions? How do you want to run the activity? Then in your online classes, how you pair them or group them in different breakouts. Then how you recap and get the feedback. Okay? This is how you think when you want to write your lesson plan. You brings lots of energy to the class, so start energetically, move up activities. For children, we need to think about it and finish it on high tone. For children, this is my suggestion. Let's finish it either with games or songs. Let's sing together, and they start singing and clapping and say, bye, see you next time, and show them puppets and these things. Okay. For higher level, you can review at the very end. Tell me, what have you learned? Just give me one sentence. What have you learned this session? And review. So that when you review, it's a feeling of satisfaction. Oh, I learned it today. Okay? So they need to leave the class with a good feeling that, oh, I learned this. Videos helps a lot too. Okay, let's watch this video and then tell me one interesting thing about that video. This is another way. Okay, so praise and encouraging. When they do something or when they do the activity, this is very important actually. We always need to be positive first. When you want to give feedback, give positive feedback. We call it sandwich. So the 2 loaf and in between the hamburger. This is my cheeseburger. I love cheeseburger, guys. So give positive feedback first. You have to find something positive. Oh, I like this part. You did this. This time you really improve. Then constructive criticism. You need to be very clear. It's just saying, okay, for the writing part, that's okay, but I know you can be better. It's not clear. What does it mean? It's okay. I can be better. So you have to be very specific. You cannot correct everything in one session, or like if you're checking writing or you're checking speaking, you cannot correct everything. Like let me give you an example. If you check the speaking and the writing, you can say, oh, nice handwriting. I like your handwriting. And then you use different colors or punctuation in red, and you type it in black. That was nice. But let's look at the tenses, the verbs. You were talking about the story, or you wrote about a story which happened in the past, but I see some of the verbs, the tense is wrong, huh? Let's go through it. So you in that session, you only focus on the verbs and tense. You know what I'm saying? Not to you cannot check the preposition and capital letters and verbs and everything in one session. It's impossible because they cannot learn it, right? So each session depends on the objective of the lesson. You correct one thing. And when you go through that, just mistakes and give constructive ideas, then again, positive. I like this story very much. Good job. Positive, correction, positive. In this way, your student gets a good feeling that, oh, I did some good things as well. Okay? So in your online classes, if you need to talk individually, you can give activity to the class, one activity to the class. And while they are like role playing, while they are practicing together, you can open a breakout room with one of the students that you want to give ideas, or you want to check the homework. Then you and that students in one breakout while other students are working on the activity. Or you can send your email it, which I prefer to have a session with them. If it is impossible in the class, you can assign sessions with your students, like 15 minutes with each of them in another day, okay? To give them feedback. So, and then we say it, finish it on high note, and when they feel it, let them have just good feeling. This session I learned this, or in songs and games that in high energy, they leave the class. It's always good to be collaborative with the other teachers. So if you work with the institute or at school, it's good to share ideas. That helps a lot. I know in TESOL, some of the students, some of the groups, even when they finish TESOL, still they are in contact and they share ideas. Even they find job, they tell each other, and some of them start working in one school together. So it's good to be collaborate. This collaboration is not only for the students, also for the teachers. You share ideas, you find some new apps or sites, and you share it with your with your colleagues or like with your classmates. So this is the motto. We are distant, but that doesn't mean we cannot be close. So in your online classes, no matter where you live, but you can be close, right? That's a good aspects of online classes. If you want to have ideas how to teach online, MOOC.org. Are you familiar with this? Okay, there are some sites, MOOC, and Coursera, Udacity, edX, Khan Academy. Let me see if I can share this in chat box. Even you can get free classes or free courses, hundreds free courses for yourself. Also, I share it in the chat box. Also, you get ideas how to plan for online course. There are like, how do they plan in 10 sessions? They choose a topic, and how do they plan in 10 sessions? And each session is like 40 or 45 minutes. So it gives you ideas how to make a course for your online classes. Definitely check it. Definitely check it. Yeah, this is edX. And courses offered by very good universities like Harvard, Berkeley, U of D, TMU, University of British Columbia, right? Even other universities in other countries. Yep, that's it. Okay, let me see. One of you asked me a question about how many levels to TESOL consider from English. Okay, when I'm talking about intermediate, pre-intermediate, so in Europe, this is how they level the students: starter, elementary or beginner, pre-intermediate, intermediate, and advanced. But in North America, they put it from 1 to 12. So like 1, 2, 3, it's like elementary. 4, 5, 6, like pre-intermediate. 7, 8, intermediate. 7, 8, 9, intermediate. And 10, 11, 12, advanced. So this is the different way they said it in North America and Europe. Is that clear now? Yes, Daniela?
So 1, 2, 3 is
Like elementary level.
elementary school. Okay. And 4, 5, 6 is pre-intermediate.
Not
And then 7, 8.
elementary school, not elementary. Elementary level means they are at the beginning of learning the language. Okay. Like in English, the level that you taught on Saturday was elementary, like level 1, 2. Yeah. Is that clear now?
Yep, I'm just writing it down so I can, even when I'm finishing up my conversation activities, I'm just always putting that as a focus as to which areas.
Yes. You can either write elementary or you can say level 2, level 3. That is clear too. Okay.
Thank you.
Sure. Any other questions?